He is the VP of Product Management at cPacket Networks. Please help me give a warm welcome to Mr. Nadeem Saeed.
Hi, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. So thanks for the intro, and topic is very interesting. Almost what every company in the IT industry is pretty much going through, whether it is a financial, retail, manufacturing, healthcare environment. The challenges that you hear from your CI or CISO level is that you're going more digital, right? So it's the journey to digital transformation that's driving a lot of pressure on the IT organization, and hence the first challenge is your roles are changing, and you need to have the right visibility and tools to keep delivering what you do. So that's exactly what my topic, how to get the visibility in a fully hybrid enterprise. So if I can forward it, right? So this is typically what the new environment looks like, right? When you now see at your role, whether you're NetOps or SecOps, you see an extension across this distributed hybrid environment that includes branch offices, remote sites, data centers, and cloud, public cloud, possibly more than one cloud, what we call multi-cloud. And you have to sort of provision, be the gateway for any connectivity services, for feeding the right data to the right tools across this hybrid environment. Now, the challenge is that a lot of this environment is going virtual, and I'm trying to click here. So, for example, network function virtualization across the branch offices is an increased trend, where a lot of NFVs or VNFs are running on the white boxes on the WAN edge. So you see that that's the new way of reducing costs, managing things from the couch, sitting remotely. But the side effect of that is that your traditional mechanisms of provisioning visibilities are breaking up. Same thing in the data centers has been going on for over a decade, where in the software-defined data centers, it started with server virtualization, and now we hear about NSX and ACI and all those things, where it's coming down to the network virtualization that is driving sort of challenges in the east-west traffic as well as north-south traffic in the data center. And finally, cloud, which scares the network guys the most because it's totally black box. As you move the workloads around in the cloud, you lack the associated visibility that you need for performance and security management in the cloud. So net result is that what I'm trying to say is that it drives a lot of blindness. While virtualization has a lot of advantages, it's creating and reducing new blind spot across these different points, varying in degree and intensity, and the net result is you're losing visibility. So how do we solve this challenge, right? And what's the impact really having this blindness? There are some real numbers behind it. There is some research that shows that blindness, having basically not knowing where your traffic is, how it looks like, and what you're really missing to the critical tools, critical events, actually raises the bar for risk. And ultimately, whether it's the security route, you're missing certain information to security tools, or it's the performance degradation, the net result is impacting business continuity, right? That's what your C-level cares about. So when you lose business continuity, it has some real impact. The data shows that 1 hour of downtime in the application can cost up to about $1 million an hour. And if the same happens to the network, it can be up to $100,000 an hour. And so the net result is on average $2.5 billion cost to enterprises just in the US, right? So this obviously is going to get your CIO attention, right? You don't want to be that guy who gets called in the war room, right, on Saturday. So what we do, we exactly help you do your job more effectively by providing you full visibility stack in cPacket. It starts with acquiring the right data, knowing where the data is, bringing it to a central monitoring location, retaining and storing the data for record, what we call mean time to innocence. So that's what usually the network guys have to prove. So you can go back, then analyze the data, and finally correlating and making sense out of it and presenting that to do. As I say, it's the data is the half the job, then what you do with the data is the rest of the job, right? That's where the value is. So at the bottom layer, as you can see, we have physical taps, packet brokers that we call CView series and CTAP series. We have it for on-premises, for north-south visibility, as well as for east-west now that we just announced. And we can showcase you called CView V, or virtual packet broker series for the virtualized environments, which is really the topic. And then we have CStore series, again in physical and virtual form, that helps you capture and retain, write the data to disk in physical or east-west or north-south across the branch offices in a virtual environment, as well as public cloud. And then finally, we have a CClear series that basically in a single pane of glass fashion correlates all the data across this digital hybrid environment and presents the key performance indicators in a central location that you can access to make decisions. So when the net result is that whether you have virtualization or not, you have a solution, right? And so as you start deploying your virtual solution across this environment for virtualized branch offices, for data center east-west traffic, or for multi-cloud, the result is having 20/20 visibility across this digital environment. It just magically happens, right? And so without really leaving your couch, you can connect to all these remote locations, correlate all the data, see what is happening. So talking about the branch offices, right? Our branch solution is going through the certification with Cisco NFV IS system as well. You can run it on UCS, you can run it on ENCS appliance or a white box. It's actually deployed in certain customer environments already. We demoed it at Cisco Barcelona. So we are happy to show you or demo you the solution. So in this solution, we fully integrate with Cisco ISRV edge routers. Our visibility suite, which includes CStore V and CClear V, can be run and take the data from Cisco routers and can give you a business-ready branch view every morning as you wake up, and it can be replicated across hundreds and thousands of remote sites and branch offices. Going to the data centers, that's what our bread and butter is actually. We have been providing hardware-based visibility across north-south path since 2007. And now we are adding the east-west visibility. So you can deploy our taps, physical taps, to route the data to our centralized monitoring solution, CView series, to our aggregation packet brokers feeding to the tool rail. You can capture that on our CStore physical appliances. Same you can do across our CView V and CStore based VM solutions that can run on ESXi or KVM hypervisors. You can run them in DPDK or SRIOE mode to capture up to about 10 gigs of data or monitor up to 10 gigs of data, feed it, tunnel it out using VXLAN, ERSpans, whatever you like in a central location, and then you can have centralized visibility through CClear solution. And then finally, in a multi-cloud environment, you will hear more from us actually this month. So stay tuned, come back to our website, and keep looking for more news in the public cloud area. But we can provide you solution in the cloud as well, where you can actually take the data. Until recently, you couldn't actually access a lot of network traffic in the public cloud. Now cPacket enables you to see what is happening for your workloads in the public cloud domain. So you can get the data, feed it to the right virtual tools or virtual instances in the public cloud as well. And happy to show you that as well at our booth. So what's the net result, right? Coming back to a risk picture, which is what the management cares, right? So lack of visibility, cost, embarrassment, reaction, loss of business, loss of customers, loss of reputation, a lot of things, right? So you want to turn it around and change it to a business proposition by having what we call proactive visibility practice. You have to think about visibility. It's important. It matters. Build an overlay visibility network, architect it, give it attention, due attention that it deserves. You can turn around the whole proposition, and visibility means basically having control on what you do. And that can result into downtime prevention, which is proactive, right? Rather than reaction, faster time to resolution on as you can call it, faster time to innocence, better user experience. So only having a proactive visibility practice can assure you all those advantages. And we are happy to show you exactly how you can do that. So please stop by at our booth. It's 1715. You can see it from here. And we are also giving away some prizes. Amanda here handed off the surveys. So if you want to sit down through a 10-minute presentation or see demos, yesterday a lot of people won the prizes, and we are giving it away today as well. So please stop by and ask any questions that we can answer. With that, thanks a lot for listening to me, and hopefully this was informative for you. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.